What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Smitty here, and in this video, as you can see on the screen, I'm talking about, just giving my quick thoughts in regards to this eLeague, that NBA and 2K have partnered up with, kicking off next year. Now, while we don't know the specific details as far as exactly when it's going to jump off in 2018, and this is a great point that was made by K-Spade. Huge shout out to him. This could be for 2K18 at the same time. This could be for 2K19 because they just said it's happening in 2018. They didn't say when it would debut. So there's a big gap there, in that regard. But I like the concept, and I love the fact these guys are they're straight just leaping out there with it. You know what I mean? Because there are some NBA teams that own esports teams or what have you, but it's for different franchises like your League of Legends, your Counter Strikes, those kind of games. But to see straight up sports here being represented in this capacity, because FIFA does it a little bit. They have some sponsored players for certain teams. NFL is considering getting into it as well with a few teams. But these guys are having a straight up league within esports in regards of NBA 2K. Now what this is going to mean is whenever this debuts, whether it's next year or possibly two, game installments later, the game is going to have to be pristine. That's bottom line. You can't have a game with 10 patches in a handful of months and all these online gripes and issues and things going on. Like, you have to have a stable, balanced game where the archetypes that you select for your My Career players, it really has to be balanced. It can't be all over the place. So, because what you got to understand here is that, yes, these guys are making an investment, but let's be real. Mark Cuban and all these owners and everything, they're not all sitting around playing 2K for hours and hours on end. They got businesses to run and they got money to make. They're looking at the money and revenue generated by esports, and they're looking at potential return on investment. That's what they're looking at. See what I'm saying? They're not sitting around and playing this game end over end, and they're like, oh, I see all the issues that are in the game. Yeah, you guys are going to have to, no, they're not paying attention to that. So what's going to have to happen, and on top of that, if they don't pay attention to it, they'll hire people that do pay attention and say, they'll get the advice from those guys. So what's going to have to happen is this game's going to have to be way tighter. 2K is going to have to put their absolute best foot forward to make that happen. You see what I'm saying? You can't have the cheesiness go on. You can't have the cheesy gameplay. You can't have all that, the exploiting and things like that, and think that it's going to work out. It's not going to work out. Okay? And I want it to succeed without question, but you got to do better. And plus, I think they said it's going to start out with just 8 teams. So between 8 to 12 teams are going to be the initial startup. So when you look at this, with only 8 to 12 teams starting out, that basically, you basically got 40 some odd players, at least from a base level, 40 players out of the entire globe, because this is global here. This is not just a United States thing. This is a global initiative. So this title is really going to have to shine for this league really to take off, because people are going to be all over this. Now, of course, yes, the tournaments get buzz like you see there. The current tournament they got for 250K that's going on right now, that's cool. But when you got this league popping off and the NBA's name is truly backing it like that, your game has to be pristine, man. You can't have glitchiness and sliding and all that stuff going on in the game, and you can't have the cheesy tactics. Your game is really going to have to present a very nice, very prestigious, clean package of a title when you jump into this, the way this is going. And I mean, hey, if the NFL were to follow suit and do something like that too, that applies to Madden, it applies to FIFA, it applies to any of these sports titles that decide to jump out like this. Period. Point blank. So, but focusing here on 2K, I like this. This is very cool, and this would be very entertaining to check out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see it succeed, because we want to see people have those opportunities and branch out and be able to, you know, get into this and make some money off of this. Like, take the passion that you love and really, you know, use it to generate some income for yourself. You know what I mean? On a major scale, with, you know, being sponsored by a direct NBA team, and focus it like this is your job, is to just be tight in 2K year after year, year in, year out. You know what I mean? That's awesome. So I look forward to the details that they put out there, you know, and see what develops with it in the coming months. And yeah, like I said, you know, we'll see what happens. Will this apply to NBA 2K18, or this could possibly apply to 2K19? But either way, the game's gonna have to be extra crispy, extra clean. Can't have 5-10 patches in a handful of months. You know, the game hasn't even been out for 6 months, and you got that many patches and stuff like that, because so many things are off track. And we all know what happens with patches and updates. What they tend to do, they tend to mess up other aspects of the game. So, you know, trying to clean up one thing messes up something else. So they got to minimize that damage as much as possible. Make sure this thing is clean. So let me know what you guys think. Get active in the comment section down below. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos, y'all. Take care. Peace.